Good afternoon and welcome into Game 2 of the LEC tournament. Sebastian Pettit by your side as it's a mass battle. UMass Boston Beacons will take on the UMass Dartmouth Corsairs. It's number 2 versus number 5 here at Ed Flaherty Field. Dartmouth, the away side, they will go to bat first, and the Beacons come into this one at 26-11, 13-3 in the Little East Conference. And going today is going to be number 1. That's Ben Gottsman on the hill. Gottsman, 1.47 ERA through 16 appearances. 4-0 record for Gottsman as he's got 44 strikeouts and just 9 walks. Good numbers for Gottsman, a 193 allowed average. As we're just about ready for Game 2 of this Day 1 triple header. First pitch just a few seconds away. Kicking it off at the plate for the Corsairs is a man that leads his team in doubles with 14. Or rather, that's Vartanian, number 5. J.R. DiSarcina, the leadoff hitter. 306 for DiSarcina. 12 extra base hits, 17 RBIs for the man out of Barnstable. Gottsman ready to go here. It's Corsairs and Beacons. First pitch upstairs for ball 1 to DiSarcina. He'll be at short today for the Corsairs in the field. 2-0 here. Perfect Day 1 weather here for this LEC tournament. Hasn't been the kindest spring in terms of weather, but blessed with a great opening day here. A 2-0 pitch and swing and a miss from DiSarcina. 2-1 now. Corsairs in their navy blue with yellow stripes and lettering here as white pants, blue top for the Beacons. That one inside. 3-1 now to J.R. DiSarcina. Three-one pitch, checked on, and he laid off it. DiSarcina will kick this game off with a walk.
Now batting for Dartmouth, the right fielder, number 14, Chris Wood.
This is the right fielder, Chris Wood, 14 for UMass Dartmouth. Second on the team in average with 326. 5 doubles, a triple, 18 RBIs for Wood as the right fielder stands in and awaits a first pitch from Gottsman. Just Gottsman's 10th walk in 36 2/3 innings this year. There's now a sign coming here from the catcher. That is Nico Kides. Check down to first to see what DiSarcina is up to. As Wood still awaits his first offering from Gottsman. Bunt laid down, and this is toward Riley, who throws down to first. And on the bag for out number 1 is Ryan McCormick at first. DiSarcina moves up to second. And it's 1 out and a runner on second from Mike Nell. Nell batting .371 for the Corsairs. 9 doubles, 2 triples, and 11 home runs for the power hitter Nell. He'll look at that one as it's in there for a called strike. His 37 RBIs leading this Corsair team. There's now an 0-1 on the way from Gottsman. Checks the runner and fires. That's going to be outside, 1-1. Behind Nell in the cleanup spots, the center fielder, Nate Tellier. As D. Sarcina half dozen steps off second base. 1-1 now as the runner goes, and now they caught him. Throw down to third, and a quick tag made there, out number 2. So D. Sarcina caught stealing as good heads-up play there by the Corsairs infield. And now it's 2 outs for Nell. As Nell hits this one high into shallow left. Catraro moving over, as well as Charlie Hughie, who makes the grab a couple steps into foul territory to retire the side. Nothing there for Dartmouth top 1. We'll go bottom. Boston to bat.
Being a part of the different activities and organizations that I've been a part of, I'm actually able to see myself where I'm like, hey, I actually can make a change. I'm one person that can make a difference.
Division III has helped me to develop teamwork skills, critical thinking skills, time management skills.
It's not just about basketball, or it's not just about school, it's about developing yourself as a person altogether.
College has given me the flexibility to pursue my passions and my interests, and I've recreated my identity for myself aside from just being an athlete.
My greatest personal discovery has been that I am capable of doing things that I didn't know I was capable of doing.
To be able to study what I wanted to and continue to play the sport I love, all of those things came together very nicely in one package in Division III.
I just wanted to get good grades and to do well. But it also made me realize that I have a lot of career goals.
You're there to get a full college experience, not only participate in your sport, but participate in things outside of that, and it's all about growing as a person.
My coaches have helped me with figuring out who I really am. Their lives are dedicated for us to succeed.
Well, a pivotal game 1 here for the 5-seed UMass Dartmouth Corsairs. They're going to go to their main man. It's 22 on the hill today, Matt Cronin. A 2.09 ERA for Cronin, 12 appearances, a 3-3 record, 70 strikeouts, 27 walks, as his strikeout numbers good for number 2 in the conference behind Mike Webb of Rhode Island College, who I'm sure we may see later tonight. Cronin an allowed average of 182 over his 64 2/3 innings, and it's a high-powered Boston offense to get things started today. It's Nick Herzog.
Begins the right fielder, number 34, Nick Herzog.
Herzog second among all tournament participants in batting average at .409. $12 doubles, 10 triples, 11 home runs, 46 RBIs. Some great numbers for the Boston right fielder. One of the hardest outs in the conference. 0-1 from Cronin. Swing and a miss. As Cronin gets out on the front foot early. That one up and out, 1-2. The 1-2 to Herzog. Swing, and that one shot back to the backstop, and we'll do it again at 1-2. Cronin dealing a 1-2 here. Check swing. And Herzog doing well to hold off. Staying alive now. Still no outs on the inning. Cronin Steps and fires a 1-2 pitch. That one's going to miss. Or no, rather, will catch the corner and a strikeout to Nick Herzog for the first out.
Number 14, Josh Lopez.
One down on the inning, and now the second baseman, Josh Lopez, standing in. Lopez played in about half of the games for the Beacons this season. Has made great use of his time at the plate. 60 at-bats as this one chopped to left and will get in there for a single. As his 483 will keep on climbing with a hit there. A one-out single for Lopez, and it's the DH Kyle Boudris. .381 and 11 extra base hits for Boudris. Second on this Boston team in RBIs. Now first pitch. In there for a called strike on the corner. And Cronin ahead 0-1 on Boudris. Catraro bats in the cleanup spot. The left fielder on deck for the Beacons. As now they go down to first. And they got Lopez on the dive back. And now both teams taking a guy off the bases here. So 2 down here for Boudris, and an 0-1 count he'll face. Cronin deals. Up and out, ball 1. One catches the corner. Nice pitch there by Matt Cronin. Now the 1-2. Swing this one toward first. Nice glove there by Harrington, who underhands, and that'll do it for the first. Just the one hit from Josh Lopez, and we'll stay scoreless as we go to the second.
I just wanted to get good grades and to do well. But it also made me realize that I have a lot of career goals.
You're there to get a full college experience, not only participate in your sport, but participate in things outside of that. And it's all about growing as a person.
My coaches have helped me with figuring out who I really am. Their lives are dedicated for us to succeed.
Being a part of the different activities and organizations that I've been a part of, I'm actually able to see myself where I'm like, hey, I actually can make a change. I'm one person that can make a difference.
Division III has helped me to develop teamwork skills, critical thinking skills, time management skills.
It's not just about basketball, or it's not just about school. It's about developing yourself as a person altogether.
The catcher, number 6, Nate Tellier.
It'll be the center fielder, Nate Tellier, to
Center fielder.
start off the top of the second here at Ed Flaherty Field. UMass Boston, UMass Dartmouth battling here in Game 2 of the LEC tournament. First pitch from Gottesman is low for ball 1. .313 on the year for Nate Tellier as he awaits a 1-0. This one cracked into right field, and it's a single for the junior. First hit of the day for the Corsairs, and that'll bring up the first baseman, Jack Harrington. Harrington, a shade over 250 on the year. 8 extra base hits and 21 RBI. Gottesman ready here as he checks first and fires. That one out behind, and taking second is Tellier. A wild pitch there for Gottesman. Tellier, the most frequent flyer for the Corsairs, 14 of 17 on the path this season. Puts his team in scoring position with nobody out here in the second. A few steps off the bag he goes. Hughie, the shortstop for the Beacons, standing behind him here as it's 1-1. That one outside, 2 balls and a strike to Harrington. It's time called here. Two, 1 now. Harrington swings and hits that one hard, but foul. That one way down into the swamp area past the right field side. 2 balls, 2 strikes as we take a look at the infield for Boston. Eddie Riley, the third baseman. Charlie Hughie at short. Josh Lopez at second. McCormick at first for the Beacons. Nico Kites behind the plate, number 13 for the Beacons. Gottesman on the hill as he fires a 2-2. Oh, now they'll go back. Tellier in trouble, but he gets back. A little bit of a stare down there between Gottesman and Tellier is not shy to get away from the base. The junior is now a 2-2 for McCormick. Swinging this one down the first base line, but foul. And we'll do it again at 2 apiece. Going into the outfield for the Beacons, Nick Catraro out in left, Danny Brown, the center fielder, and Nick Herzog, the hard-hitting right fielder. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. Here's the pitch. And that one chopped foul, heads up in the dugout over there, and we'll keep it at 2-2. It's the left fielder Vartanian in the on-deck circle for the Corsairs as Gottesman unloads a 2-2. Oh, nope. Tellier back to the bag and he'll step off. Two-two. As this one chopped out into center. Moving over is Brown, who makes the grab, tagging up his Tellier, and he'll head down to third. He'll be in plenty of time standing. So 1 out, a runner on third, and a big chance here for Pat Vartanian. 303 on the year for the left fielder. 14 doubles and a home run. As the senior, good for 21 RBIs in the regular season. He'll look for number 22 here with Tellier on third, and a chance to get ahead here against a conference rival. Huskies back from a lunch break here to watch this one. As 2 teams they're both very familiar with and have both dropped a game 2 in conference this year. Much watching and studying to be done by all of the teams here. An 0-1. It's going to be down and out, 1-1. Ball and a strike. Swing and a miss there from Vartanian, 1-2. Gottesman delivers, and that one will get away, but not much for Tellier to do. He'll hang out at third, 2-2. Vartanian back in the box, settling in here. Chance to give his team the lead early. A 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Vartanian down on strikes for out number 2. And a first K of the day for Gottesman.
Number 36, Nate Stewart.
So now with 2 outs, it's the DH, Nate Stewart. Through his 24 at-bats this season, 375, 2 doubles, and 8 RBIs. First pitch to ground to second. Lopez has it. The throw over to McCormick is in time, and the side is retired. So just the one hit for the Corsairs. Unable to come up with anything on offense. Will go to the bottom of the second. Boston to hit. It's still 0-0.
College has given me the flexibility to pursue my passions and my interests, and I've recreated my identity for myself aside from just being an athlete.
My greatest personal discovery has been that I am capable of doing things that I didn't know I was capable of doing.
To be able to study what I wanted to and continue to play the sport I love, all of those things came together very nicely in one package in Division III.
I just wanted to get good grades and to do well. But it also made me realize that I have a lot of career goals.
You're there to get a full college experience, not only participate in your sport, but participate in things outside of that, and it's all about growing as a person.
My coaches have helped me with figuring out who I really am. Their lives are dedicated for us to succeed.
Bottom of the second inning upon us here.
Leading off for the Beacons.
It's going to be the left fielder, Nick Catraro. Solid numbers from the left fielder, Catraro, 388. 22 RBIs, 7 extra base hits for Catraro, as he'll have to deal with Matt Cronin to start off the inning. The Dartmouth ace steps and fires, and it's in there for strike 1. And 0-1 is chopped foul. Possibly off of his own leg, as that one never a solid feeling, and behind 0-2 he goes. It's the third baseman, Eddie Riley, in the on-deck circle for the Beacons. Now 1-2 for Catraro. Cronin steps and fires, and that one in there for a called strike, and down looking goes the left fielder Catraro.
Now batting.
Second strikeout of the day for Matt Cronin. And now it's Eddie Riley's turn, the third baseman, hitting .317 this year, 15 doubles, leads this Boston team. First pitch to Riley, off the mark, 1-0. That one up there, 2-0. The 2-0 is low, and now Riley ahead 3-0 in the count. Cronin finds the zone there, 3-1. As he fires again. Swing, and this one hit hard out into left field. Going back is Vartanian, and up against the fence with a few steps to spare. He'll make the grab for out number 2. Solid contact from the third baseman, Riley. Just a few feet short in the end, and that will bring up Danny Brown.
Now batting for Boston, the center fielder, number 7, Danny Brown.
.310 for the Beacons center fielder. 15 extra base hits, 27 RBIs for the junior out of New Hampshire. As Cronin gets his sign and fires a 1-0. In there for a called strike. As Cronin goes again. And this one outside 2-1. This one grounded toward first, but foul. And that one will roll all the way down toward the bullpen for the Beacons, 2-2. That one outside, and a full count now for Danny Brown. If he can get on, it'll be the first baseman, McCormick, with 2 outs, and now Cronin a payoff pitch to Brown. And that one in there for a called strike as Cronin gets number 3 on the day. And we'll take it to the third, still scoreless. The Corsairs catcher, Mitch Baker, is going to kick off the top of the third at the bat for UMass Dartmouth. First pitch from Gottesman is in there for a called strike. Great movement on that as it drops in, 0-1. Baker swings at that and fouls it back behind toward the parking lot. Head 0-2, Gottesman fires. Swing and a miss. Baker is going to have to hightail it down to first. Good legs, but in the end, he'll be beaten by a couple steps for the first out.
Approaching the plate for Dartmouth, the second baseman, number 3, John Candialis.
Rounding out this UMass Dartmouth lineup will be the second baseman, John Candiales. 225. A double and 8 RBIs for Candiales as he lost his bat on the swing. This one popped up toward Hugie at short. And now 2 outs already for the Corsairs as it's DiSarcina, the one hitter for UMass Dartmouth. Walked in his first at-bat. First pitch. He'll take, and it's ball 1. That one drops in. Ball and a strike now to DiSarcina. The 1-1. This one into the gap, and that'll be hit number 50 on the season for J.R. DiSarcina. And the Corsairs have something on base with 2 outs.
Chris Wood, number 14, the next batter for Dartmouth.
Now this is Chris Wood, grounded to third back in the top of the first inning. Wood, a .326 hitter this season. Gottesman checks the runner and fires. In there for a called strike on Wood. 0-1 now. DiSarcina 9 for 12 in stolen base attempts this season. Throw back down to first is only a couple steps off the bag, not too much to worry about there. 0-1. Gottesman deals, and that's in there for a called strike. 0-2 to Chris Wood. And 2. Swing, and this one chopped foul behind the third base side toward the USM softball stadium, and the count will stay at 0-2. Oh, 2 on the way, and that one will miss outside. Ball and 2 strikes. Gottesman checking first. Time called. Runner goes as this one hit out to right. Herzog is over there, and he's under it, and he makes the grab. That will do it for the top of the third. Just the one hit, and still scoreless, as Boston will go to bat, bottom 3. be Ryan McCormick to lead off the bottom of the third for the Beacons. First pitch from Cronin misses low. McCormick on the year, 254. A double, a home run, and just under 20 RBIs as he's ahead 2-0 in the count to Cronin. In there for a called strike. It's 2-1. Chop back foul behind the press box. That'll move the count to 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two, swing and a miss. McCormick down on strikes. Cronin firing on all cylinders so far today. 4 strikeouts already for the Dartmouth ace. And now the catcher, Nico Kites, 13 in blue. 224 for Kites, 7 extra base hits, and 19 RBIs. Cronin ready to work once more. He fires. Swing and a miss there. Smooth swing from Kites. As it's the shortstop, Charlie Hughie, in behind him. The 0-1. That one outside as well. Ball and a strike. 2-1. And Kites laid off it, and it drops in for a strike, 2-2. Cronin deals 2-2. Gets away, and Kites works himself a full count. In there for a called strike, and Cronin continues to roll.
Next batter for the Beacons, the shortstop, number 29, Charlie Hughie.
This is the 9-hitter, Charlie Hughie. The Beacon shortstop hitting .269 on the year. Ball 1 to Hughie. If he finds a way on here, it'll be Herzog on deck. A 1-0 from Cronin. Hughie swings and chops this one up the middle. And it's going to be a single to center as Tellier grabs it, fires it in. And Boston in business with 2 outs.
The right fielder, number 34, Nick Herzog.
Here's Herzog, one of the conference's best. Herzog, among all tournament competitors in the LEC, leads with RBIs with 46, behind only Josh Goulet of Plymouth State with 47. Herzog also with 11 home runs is good for second behind Goulet's 13. Behind 1-0 or even. Cronin goes down again. Is Hughie back in time? 8 for 12 on the path this year for Charlie Hughie. 0-1 is low. Ball and a strike. Is that one inside? 2-1 to Nick Herzog. Throw down, and Hughie back once more. Two, 1. And that one will miss the zone, 3-1. The pitch, and that one gets away.
The next batter for Boston, number 14, Josh Lopez.
So Herzog will walk, and that'll put on Josh Lopez. 30 hits and 61 at-bats for Josh Lopez this season. Oh. Possibly not, as it now appears Herzog is going back to the plate. Well, interesting here is perhaps not a walk yet, as Hughie has moved himself to second base, and 3-1 now to Nick Herzog. The pitch, swing and a miss, and now the count runs full. Runner in scoring position for the Beacons. And a payoff pitch with 2 outs on the way to Nick Herzog. Cronin gets his sign, checks the runner, and deals. And now Herzog will get his walk. Well, as stated before, it's Lopez, and a .581 on base percentage as well for Lopez, as the man knows how to find his way on base. Doing so here will put the Beacons in a good position here as Cronin, 2 on and 2 out, fires. And that one away for ball 1. Lopez hits this one to short. Into the glove of DiSarcina. The throw over is in time. What a play there by J.R. DiSarcina. And the Corsairs find their way out of the bottom of the third. The Beacons leave 2 on, and we'll take a top 4, still scoreless.
I just wanted to get good grades and to do well. But it also made me realize that I have a lot of career goals.
You're there to get a full college experience, not only participate in your sport, but participate in things outside of that. And it's all about growing as a person.
My coaches have helped me with figuring out who I really am. Their lives are dedicated for us to succeed.
Being a part of the different activities and organizations that I've been a part of, I'm actually able to see myself where I'm like, hey, I actually can make a change. I'm one person that can make a difference.
Division III has helped me to develop teamwork skills, critical thinking skills, time management skills.
It's not just about basketball, or it's not just about school. It's about developing yourself as a person altogether.
Mike Nell getting it started at the dish for the Corsairs here in the top of the 4th. Gottesman fires an 0-1, and Nell will leave it. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. 1-1. One and two is Nell went around, and another strikeout for Gottesman.
Next batter for the Corsairs, number 6, Nate Tellier.
It's the center fielder now, Nate Tellier, with one down in the fourth. Tellier a single, the first hit of the day for the Corsairs back in the second. That one upstairs, and hello, Nate Tellier, ball one. And Tellier going around there is strike called 1-1. Ball on a strike. Gottesman delivers. And Tellier turns on that one, but it's foul. This one hit out to right. Moving over is Herzog, who makes the grab on the run for out number 2.
Now batting for Dartmouth, number 16, Jack Harrington.
Now it's Jack Harrington. Flew out to center earlier in this one. And we'll try to extend the inning with 2 outs here. Lays off that one as it's high and out. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss there from Harrington. Ball and a strike. Here's the pitch. Outside. It's the left fielder Vartanian on deck. Here's the 2-1. This one chopped out to center. Moving over and laying out for it. Didn't get it is the center fielder Danny Brown. Heading for second. The throw will be not in time. 2 bases for number 16, Jack Harrington. And now it's Vartanian with 2 outs.
Number 24, Pat Vartanian, now batting for Dartmouth.
A strikeout earlier for Vartanian, and now a man in scoring position for the Corsairs here in this scoreless Game 2 of this LEC tournament. Bit of a shift here by Boston as a good gap in right center field. First pitch. Down the third base line, heads up. Strike 1 goes on the scoreboard. Gottesman gets his sign. And that one upstairs just a bit. Harrington doesn't seem to get too busy on the base path, just 1 for 2 on the year. Nevertheless, a few steps off the bag at second, the 1-1 pitch, This one cracked toward third. Fielded well by Eddie Riley, and the throw down will retire the side. And that'll do it through 3 innings. A bit of a pitcher's duel developing here. Still scoreless as we go to the bottom of the 4th. First pitch from Cronin, grounded to second. Good work there by Candiales, but he won't be able to keep it in the end. As aboard at first is Kyle Boudris.
For UMass Boston, number 19, Nick Cotraro.
As doing well to keep it in the infield was Candiales, but not a play on it in the end. And it's a single for the DH Boudris. Now the left fielder, Nick Cotraro. One and 0 here. Cronin deals, and this one hit hard into center. Moving over is Tellier, who makes the grab for out number 1. And Boudris will have to chill on first base.
Batter for the Beacons, number 3, Eddie Riley.
Now the third baseman, Eddie Riley. A fly out earlier in this one. Cronin, his first pitch swung on and missed. This one chopped back foul toward the parking lot on the right field side. 0-2 now to Eddie Riley. That one upstairs. Ball and 2 strikes. Cronin goes down to first. And Harrington has it, but back in time is Kyle Boudris. Boudris 1 for 1 on the base path this season. A 1-2 pitch on the way to Riley. That one up on him. And he'll back out, gather his thoughts. 2-2. So the third baseman, Eddie Riley. Danny Brown behind him here is 2 balls, 2 strikes. Swing, and this one popped up, shallow outfield. The shortstop, DeSarcina, moving back. Now it's Tellier sliding in, and he'll get it in the end. Nice play by Nate Tellier. Back to first is Boudris.
Number 7, Danny Brown.
Brown a strikeout earlier in this one as the center fielder standing in with Boudris on first and 2 outs. 15 extra base hits, 27 RBI for Danny Brown as he swings, hits this one high into right, foul territory. Corsairs trying to get over, but this one's going to be out of play into the bullpen. Strike 1 on the board. As Boudris down at third, we'll have to cut it back across the grass. Is 0-1 now for the center fielder Brown. First baseman McCormick behind on the on-deck circle. Here's the 0-1. In there for a called strike. Great pitch there. 0-2 as Cronin ahead once more. That one off the plate outside, 1-2. Here's the pitch. That one gets away, and Boudris comfortably to second on the wild pitch. Two fierce conference rivals for both the Massachusetts teams in the conference. UMass Boston, UMass Dartmouth go at it in every sport. Baseball seems to be one of the fiercest ones, is now 2-2. This one swung on and missed. Down on strikes goes Danny Brown, and Cronin keeps on firing. 6 Ks through 4 innings. As we go top 5, still scoreless here in Gorham. It's the DH, Nate Stewart, to kick off this top of the 5th inning. Both teams no runs on 3 hits as Gottesman and Cronin both dealing here for their respective teams. A 1-0, and that one down and out. Stewart grounding to second in his first at-bat. It's the catcher, Mitch Baker, on deck. 2-0, Gottesman delivers, and that one catches the corner, 2-1. Check swing, didn't go around, and it'll bring him to 3-1. Stewart, the Georgian native, awaiting a 3-1 from Gottesman. That one will miss, and it's a walk for the DH here with nobody out in the top of the 5th.
Now batting for Dartmouth, number 9, Mitch Baker.
We're going to see a pinch runner here for the Corsairs. This is 13, Nick Carr, the freshman out of Sandwich, Mass.
Pinch runner for Dartmouth, number 13, Nick Carr.
Carr into pinch run, only 5 plate appearances on the year for Carr. Hasn't tried to steal yet either. So the DH. Back down to see what Carr's up to. Couple steps off the bag for Carr. Gottesman checks him and fires. Bunt shown, and it's right back toward the pitcher's mound. They'll go to first for the sure out. As Baker advances the runner. That'll bring up Candiales. First pitch to Candiales is in there for a called strike. Nice pitch there from Gottesman. Good lead here for Carr off second. 0-1 on the way. And that one outside. Oh, never mind. In there for a called strike, 1-1. This one grounded foul down the first base line. Ball and 2 strikes. Top of the order, and DiSarcina on deck for the Corsairs. Gottesman checks Carr at second, and one, two, and this one hit out into right center. Moving over is Herzog, and he makes the grab for out number 1. Tagging up's Carr. The throw down to third won't be in time. So 2 outs and a runner on third for J.R. DiSarcina. A walk and a single so far for DiSarcina, as well as a nifty glove out in short earlier in this one to record a third out. First pitch from Gottesman, swing and a miss, 0-1 to J.R. DiSarcina. Oh, 1, nice movement on that as it finds its way into the zone behind 0-2. As JR steps back in. Nick Carr leading off a bit off of third base. 2 outs on the inning, and now the 0-2. Swinging that one, chop foul. We'll do it again at 0-2. DeSarcina can get something here. It'll be the right fielder, Chris Wood. The 0-2. And this one right up the middle. An RBI single for J.R. DeSarcina. And the UMass Dartmouth Corsairs take first blood. It's 1-0 in the fifth.
Now batting for Dartmouth, number 14, Chris Wood.
So the Corsairs out on the front foot here. As that one gets away. Now, a quick conversation to be had here. We'll step aside. Top five, 1-0 Corsairs.
College has given me the flexibility to pursue my passions and my interests, and I've recreated my identity for myself aside from just being an athlete.
My greatest personal discovery has been that I am capable of doing things that I didn't know I was capable of doing.
To be able to study what I wanted to and continue to play the sport I love, all of those things came together very nicely in one package in Division III.
Conference over as now Gottesman back out to work. A 1-0. And Wood will lay off, and it's upstairs 2-0. (2-0). Chop back into the netting. 2-1 for Chris Wood. The 2-1 here to Wood. Nope. Maybe not, as Gottesman. We'll see what DeSarcina is up to. 9 for 12, 75% this season. On steals, 2-1. As that one catches the corner. 2-2 now for Wood.
Veggies.
2-2, and back to first goes Gottesman. Time called. Eastern Connecticut rolling in off of the team bus right now, as well as Rhode Island College, the 7 o'clock game here tonight. The loser of that game will play the Huskies tomorrow, is now down to first. They go on the strikeout, and that will retire the side. Dartmouth gets what they needed, though. They have the lead, 1-0, as we go to the bottom of the fifth. We are back for the bottom of the 5th inning. Sebastian Pettit with you here for Game 2 of the LEC tournament here at Ed Flaherty Field. 2-0. That one in there for a called strike, 2-1. This one chopped back foul by McCormick, 2-2. Cronin ready to go again. Fouled off, left field side. Two from Cronin. That one low, and it runs the count full to McCormick. Nico Kites, the catcher, on deck here. Payoff pitch is lined foul down the third base side. That one upstairs, and McCormick walks to start the bottom of the 5th for Boston.
Now batting for Boston, number 13, Nico Kites.
Kites just the one strikeout in his only at bat thus far. Nothing in 1 here is showing bunt, and pulling it back is Kites. Strike either way, it's 0-2. Cronin ahead 0-2. Fires. Upstairs, Kites will bring himself down low to avoid that one. Ball and 2 strikes. Throw back down to first, gets out of the glove, now going down to second. The throw down will be not in time. First error of the game will go to, that is Jack Harrington. Showing bunt here is Kites, and that one got a piece of him, and he'll get a free base. Now Cronin out to talk about it. Doesn't seem too happy, as now a member of the Dartmouth coaching staff will go to converse. Charlie Hughey is due to be up here. As this one's still conversational, is now a conversation will be had here with the first base umpire. Well, problem solved, or at least questions answered.
For Boston, number 29, Charlie Hughey.
As now Charlie Hughey, the 9-hitter for the Beacons, will step up, and it's a good situation here for Boston. Still waiting, as now a little conference here on the first baseline. And huddle broken as Hughey goes to bat. Runners on first and second for the Beacons. Still nobody out. Dartmouth scored the opening tally in the top of this inning on an RBI single by J.R. DiSarcina. And now Hughie with one in scoring position and one in tow. A chance to do the same. Hughie a single in his first at-bat. The pitch. Hughie shows bunt. They had it read well, and Nell slipped. Nell throws down to first, and they didn't get him. Hughie is safe.
Now batting, number 34, Nick Herzog.
And what a spot this is for Nick Herzog. Nobody out, and the bases are loaded for a man with 33 extra base hits in the regular season and 46 RBI. Now time called, as this one will need to be talked over. We'll step aside. Bases loaded, nobody out. Boston looking to pull ahead here.
Being a part of the different activities and organizations that I've been a part of, I'm actually able to see myself where I'm like, hey, I actually can make a change. I'm one person that can make a difference.
Division III has helped me to develop teamwork skills, critical thinking skills, time management.
Here's Herzog. First pitch from Cronin. Swing, grounded, foul down the third base line. Herzog on base percentage .489, almost as good as coin flip odds for the Beacons right fielder. Anything on base here would score a run as this one hit out into left center. Vartanian has it. A big throw is incoming. It's not a bad one. And the tag down and safe is Ryan McCormick. Even Steven here in Game 2 of this LEC tournament. It's 1-1.
Now batting for Boston, number 14, Josh Lopez.
So Herzog does the job for the Beacons there, as he'll bring in the run. RBI 47 for Herzog, and now it's Josh Lopez, just as dangerous of a hitter. First and second and one out. Here's the pitch from Cronin, as that one gets outside for ball one. Lopez hits this one out into right. And making the grab there is Chris Wood for the second out. Runners will have to hang tight.
Number 15, Kyle Boudris.
This is the DH, Kyle Boudris. 2 on, 2 out. He looks at that one for strike one. Cronin still going at these guys, as this is a tight battle between these two conference rivals. Now an 0-1. Gets in there as well. 0-2 to Boudris. 1 for 2 on the day is Kyle. A .381 hitter. That's what you like to see out of a DH. 11 extra base hits and over 30 RBIs. Now Cronin checks and fires an 0-2. Swing and a miss. Boudris down on strikes, and another strikeout for Matt Cronin. But Boston get the equalizing run in the fifth. We'll go to the sixth inning, 1 apiece.
I just wanted to get good grades and to do well. But it also made me realize that I have a lot of career goals.
You're there to get a full college experience, not only participate in your sport, but participate in things outside of that, and it's all about growing as a person.
My coaches have helped me with figuring out who I really am. Their lives are dedicated for us to succeed.
Being a part of the different activities and organizations that I've been a part of, I'm actually able to see myself where I'm like, hey, I actually can make a change. I'm one person that can make a difference.
Division III has helped me to develop teamwork skills, critical thinking skills, time management skills.
It's not just about basketball, or it's not just about school, it's about developing yourself as a person altogether.
College has given me the flexibility to pursue my passions and my interests, and I've recreated my identity for myself aside from just being an athlete.
My greatest personal discovery has been that I am capable of doing things that I didn't know I was capable of doing.
To be able to study what I wanted to and continue to play the sport I love, all of those things came together very nicely in one package in Division III.
Back here as we take a look at some of the Rhode Island College guys that will take the field tonight for the evening game here at Ed Flaherty Field. They'll take on Eastern Connecticut. The anchorman coming in at number 3 in the LEC, 9-7 conference record, 25-14 overall this season for Rhode Island College, a team that hasn't taken the LEC title since 2011. Back here as Nell hits one high into left. Catraro heading after it. He makes the grab for out number 1.
The next batter.
Now Mike Nell 0 for 3 on the day as Tellier will step up. 1 for 2 is Tellier with a single. First pitch to Tellier. Swings and misses there, 0-1. Oh, 1 is that one inside on Nate Tellier, 1-1. This one chopped into left field. It's a single for the center fielder, Nate Tellier, his second hit of the day.
Now batting number 16, Jack Harrington.
This is Harrington. A tough error at first earlier for Harrington, but also a double on the day. And one of those, again, would put the Corsairs in a good spot. 1 out here and 1 on. Senior out of Barnstable will take there. It's outside for ball 1. Throw down to first as McCormick makes the grab over there. Tellier back in time. Throw back down. Runner goes. Oh, Tellier will hold up actually. Is 2-0 now. Good crowd rolling in as both a lot of the Huskies as well as Rhode Island College and Eastern Connecticut here to take in this game 2. 2-0 in there for a called strike. 2-1 as Kites went to grab it and stand up to see what Tellier was doing. Fell out of his glove, and Tellier will stay over at first. You can tell he wants to go. Number 6 in blue and yellow, 14 for 17 on the path this year. Is now he sends it. This one grounded toward first. They'll step on the bag for the out as Harrington down quickly for out number 2. Tellier on second as this one will turn to Pat Vartanian with 2 outs.
Number 24, Pat Vartanian.
Strikeout, ground out thus far for the left fielder. Gottesman checks second and fires. And that one will miss for ball 1. A 1-0 on the way. And Vartanian will hold off at the cost of a strike as that one finds the zone. 1-1 here. Bit of action over in the Boston bullpen. Doesn't look like too much going over there for Dartmouth. It's now 2-1 to Vartanian. Three and 1 now to Vartanian. Tyler Aruda warming up in the pen for Boston, the sophomore out of New Bedford. As that one is away for ball 4, Vartanian draws a walk, and that might be it. Tip of the cap from one of the Boston coaches, and now we'll see what the play is here, and I think that will be it for Gottesman. Infield is in. That looks like the day will be done. As a pitching change on the way for UMass Boston. 1 run apiece here, top of the 6th.
College has given me the flexibility to pursue my passions and my interests, and I've recreated my identity for myself aside from just being an athlete.
My greatest personal discovery has been that I am capable of doing things that I didn't know I was capable of doing.
To be able to study what I wanted to and continue to play the sport I love, all of those things came together very nicely in one package in Division III.
Being a part of the different activities and organizations that I've been a part of, I'm actually able to see myself where I'm like, hey, I actually can make a change. I'm one person that can make a difference.
Division III has helped me to develop teamwork skills, critical thinking skills, time management skills.
It's not just about basketball, or it's not just about school, it's about developing yourself as a person altogether.
Well, that'll be it for Ben Gottesman. A strong outing. 5 hits surrendered, just the 1 run. And now the ball will be in the hands of Tyler Aruda, a 2.4 ERA through 12 appearances. Aruda a 6-1 record, as that is good for, I believe, tied for second with Feeney and Burgos of USM in Boston with 6 wins, as well as Mike Webb. So another star Boston pitcher. Aruda, 34 strikeouts, 22 walks, an allowed average of 224 through his 48 and 2/3 innings.
Number 7, Nick Andrews.
This is number 7, Nick Andrews, batting here for the Corsairs. Batting in place of the DH, Stewart, as Andrews 230 this season, 4 extra base hits, 9 RBIs. Aruda ready to roll here. Fires a 1-0. Swing, and this one popped up. Looks like it's staying in, as now Keide's near it, makes the grab. That'll do it for the top of the 6th, as Dartmouth unable to find anything there. Boston will go to bat, even Steven at 1. It's Nick Catraro to kick off the bottom of the 6th for the Beacons. Cronin out to work. Five strong innings for Cronin thus far, just 1 run surrendered and 3 hits. That one will miss. Ball and a strike now. Two and 1 for Catraro. Cronin, 7 strikeouts, 2 walks, as a 3-1 count. The 3-1 from Cronin, and that will miss. So Catraro aboard with nobody out.
Boston, number 3, Eddie Riley.
And now at the third baseman, Eddie Riley. Riley showing bunt, infield in. He'll turn away, but it's in there for a called strike, 0-1. Cronin down to first. Just checking on Catraro as he's back to the bag. Cronin ready to roll. The 0-1. Swing this one towards second very slowly as this one fielded. The throw over is going to be in time as Riley, beaten by a step or two for the first out. Cutraro gets down to second. As that one just out of the grasp of Cronin, who is trying to field it. But they get the out, and the lead runner will move to second now. A chance for Danny Brown. Not his favorite day at the plate so far for Brown. 2 strikeouts, but a chance here to bring a run in. In there for a called strike. Cutraro, a .388 hitter, as well as 1 for 4 on the base path. So Dartmouth will try to see if they can get that runner, and as every run going to be important by the end of this one. Chop foul, 0-2 now for Danny Brown. Cronin steps off. Now getting situated, the Dartmouth ace checks the runner, fires an 0-2, and this one hit high into left. Vartanian under it, makes the grab, and nowhere for Cutraro to go. 2 outs now. It's Ryan McCormick's turn. Strikeout and a walk for McCormick so far. That one from Cronin a bit outside. Ball and no strikes. As that one pops out of the glove. Now thinking about third, the throw down. Did they get him? Oh, they're way ahead. Mike Nell tags out Cutraro, and caught running again is the left fielder, and that will do it for the 6th inning. No score for either side as a 1-1 game as we into the 7th. It's the catcher, Mitch Baker, to get things going for the Corsairs here in the top of the 7th. First pitch from Aruda off the mark, 1-0. Baker rips that one fouled on the third base side. The second baseman, John Candiales, awaits on deck as Baker awaits this 1-1. In there for a called strike. Nice pitch there from Aruda. Here's a 1-2. Big swing there, and Baker down on strikes.
Now batting number 3, John Candialis.
Nothing and nothing as this one chopped towards second. Nice glove there by Lopez. As the senior fired up there, a good grab for out number 2.
The next batter, J.R. DiSarcina, number 5 for the Corsairs.
Well, here's the difference maker for UMass Dartmouth thus far, J.R. DiSarcina. 2 hits, one of them an RBI single, responsible for the lone Dartmouth run in this 1-1 game. That one up and in, 1-0. And that one up and in. Three and 0 to DiSarcina. The pitch. That one upstairs, and for the 4th time today, DiSarcina will reach base.
Now batting number 14, Chris Wood.
2 outs here for Chris Wood. Corsairs right fielder. 326 on the day for Wood. Runner goes. The throw down, takes a hop, and escapes into the outfield. Still going as now DiSarcina will just hang on, but puts himself in scoring position for Wood with 2 outs. Make that 10 for 13 on the path this year for J.R. DiSarcina. Aruda has what he wants and fires a 1-0 inside. And that one called as now 2-1 for Chris Wood. Aruda ready to roll, and this one upstairs, 3-1. Here's the pitch. Upstairs. And that will walk Chris Wood, and now it's Mike Nell's turn. Back-to-back walks.
Number 23, Mike Nell.
And a chance here for the big hitter for this UMass Dartmouth team. Mike Nell coming into the tournament at .371. 9 doubles, 2 triples, 11 home runs, as well as 37 RBIs. Is now a conversation to be had here with Aruda and company. We'll see what the plan is. Top 7, 2 outs, and Dartmouth looking to take the lead here. Mike Nell standing in here, a chance to give his team the lead with 2 outs in the 7th. First pitch from Maruda is up there, and Nell didn't have to duck because it was so far over his head, but 1-0 either way. A big spot here for both teams. One and 0. A big swing from Nell, and you could tell what he was interested in there. 1-1. As Nell hits this one out into right, Herzog is there and makes the grab. So unable to find anything are the Corsairs in the top of the 7th, and it's a 1-1 game as we hit the stretch.
I just wanted to get good grades and to do well. But it also made me realize that I have a lot of career goals.
You're there to get a full college experience, not only participate in your sport, but participate in things outside of that, and it's all about growing as a person.
My coaches have helped me with figuring out who I really am. Their lives are dedicated for us to succeed.
Being a part of the different activities and organizations that I've been a part of, I'm actually able to see myself where I'm like, hey, I actually can make a change. I'm one person that can make a difference.
Division III has helped me to develop teamwork skills, critical thinking skills, time management skills.
It's not just about basketball, or it's not just about school, it's about developing yourself as a person altogether.
College has given me the flexibility to pursue my passions and my interests, and I've recreated my identity for myself aside from just being an athlete.
My greatest personal discovery has been that I am capable of doing things that I didn't know I was capable of doing.
To be able to study what I wanted to and continue to play the sport I love, all of those things came together very nicely in one package in Division III.
Matt Cronin out for inning number 7 of work here against the UMass Boston Beacons. A tight 1-1 game between the two LEC rivals, 2-0. Called strike there, 2-1 to McCormick. As it's Nico Kites up next. Here's the 2-1. Called strike there as McCormick looks at it. Here's the 2-2 pitch. The count runs full as that's low. The 3-2 is turned on but foul. The 3-2. This one chopped towards second. Condiales over to Harrington for out number 1.
13, Nico Kites.
It's the catcher Kites now. Ball and no strikes. Cronin delivers to Kites, in there for a called strike. This one grounded toward third. Nell has it. The throw down in time for out number 2.
Number 29, Charlie Hughie.
It's the 9-hitter, the shortstop, Charlie Hughie. who's in it now with 2 outs. First pitch to Hughie is going to be away, 1-0. Is a bit high now. Two-0. Inside, and now a 3-0 count. Hughie looks at a strike there, 3-1. Looks like stretching and toss there is the Dartmouth bullpen readying someone else. As a 3-2 count here with 2 outs. Cronin gets his sign and a payoff pitch. Swing, and this one popped up into center. Tellier over and makes the grab to retire the side. We've played 7, and it's just the 1 run apiece for the 2 seed and 5 seed, Boston and Dartmouth. Aruda back in to work the 8th inning, and it's the center fielder Nate Tellier that will lead things off. First pitch off the mark for ball 1. Tellier rips this one towards second. Lopez the hot glove there for out number 1.
Now batting.
It's the first baseman, Jack Harrington, now. Has a double to his name in this one, 1 for 3 on the day. Aruda's delivery, inside on him, 1-0. That one a called strike. 1-1 now. Aruda delivers once more. That one, hot shot, heads up there, is off the side of the dugout. One, two. Swing, and this one popped up. It'll get out of play. as Riley over to chase it, but well past the fence. Ball and 2 strikes. Here's the 1-2. As this one hit out into right, Herzog moving back towards it. And the grab is made for the second out.
Now batting for the Corsairs, the 24, the left fielder, Pat Vartanian.
And it's Vartanian now. So the Corsairs left fielder in here with 2 outs. That one will skip behind the press box, fouled off by Vartanian, 1-1. Vartanian turns on this one toward left. And out of the glove of the left fielder, Catraro, and back to get it he goes. It's 2 bags for Pat Vartanian. And Dartmouth has something here in the top of the 8th.
Now batting for Dartmouth, number 7, Nick Andrews.
The wind likely playing factor on that one. And now it's a runner on second and 2 outs for Nick Andrews. Andrews coming into bat for the DH Nate Stewart. Andrews 230 on the year, 3 doubles, a home run, 9 RBI. As Aruda ready to fire here. First pitch. In there for a called strike. Great pitch there from Tyler Aruda. That 0-1 pitch will miss, and that'll even things up. One on the way. And that one sits up 2-1. Here's the 2-1. And this one turned on down the third baseline, foul. And that moves things to 2 apiece. It'll be the catcher, Mitch Baker, if Andrews is able to get something going here. 2-2 from Aruda. Fouled off. We'll do it again. The 2-2. And that one got a piece of Andrews there.
Now batting number 9, Mitch Baker.
So runners on first and second for the catcher, Mitch Baker. .14 RBI on the season for Baker. And now time called. And looks like a pitching change will be made as Bobby Tramandozzi, the senior out of Peabody, Mass, will head into the game here for the Beacons. He'll be back in a couple minutes to talk about Bobby and see the conclusion of the top of the 8th inning. Back here at Flaherty Field, it's Bobby Tramandosi time for the Beacons. This will be Bobby's 19th appearance. This leads both his side and one of the most appearances throughout all of Division III. 1-2 record for Tramandosi, a 1.46 ERA through 24 and 2/3 innings, 29 strikeouts, 4 walks, and a 165 allowed average for the man out of Peabody, Mass. First pitch here to Mitch Baker, and the Corsairs catcher looks at strike one. Runners on first and second, and 2 outs in this very tight LEC tournament game. The opener for both these teams, and want to start out on the front foot in this double elimination tournament because the Little East Conference where really anything can happen. 0-1 to Baker. Tramandosi sees the sign he wants and delivers. As Baker hits this one hard out into left center. Time to get under it for Danny Brown. And he makes the grab to retire the side. And that'll do it for the top of the 8th inning. Boston will go to bat in the bottom half of the frame. Still 1-1 here in Gorham.
I just wanted to get good grades and to do well. But it also made me realize that I have a lot of career goals.
You're there to get a full college experience, not only participate in your sport, but participate in things outside of that, and it's all about growing as a person.
My coaches have helped me with figuring out who I really am. Their lives are dedicated for us to succeed.
Being a part of the different activities and organizations that I've been a part of, I'm actually able to see myself where I'm like, hey, I actually can make a change. I'm one person that can make a difference.
Division III has helped me to develop teamwork skills, critical thinking skills, time management skills.
It's not just about basketball or it's not just about school, it's about developing yourself as a person altogether.
A couple of changes here in defensive personnel for the Corsairs. Tyler Lyons, the freshman out of Wallingford, Connecticut, will go into center field, and Nate Tellier, who was there before, will step on to the mound to pitch for the Corsairs. So far for Tellier on the year, his 12th appearance, 38 strikeouts, 13 walks, a 125 allowed average for Tellier, and a 1.85 ERA. His first pitch, a bullet in there for a called strike. One and one to Nick Herzog. One. Is that one outside? Herzog will take it, 2-1. Big swing there from Herzog, 2-2. Tellier fires there, and that'll load the count full on Herzog. Down on strikes goes Herzog.
Now batting for Boston, number 14, Josh Lopez.
When these two teams met on March 26th, UMass Dartmouth pulled out an impressive 8-2 win. And then about a month later, the Beacons got their revenge, a 7-1 win at home against the Corsairs. Now the rubber match, if you will, has been a solid one thus far. Low scoring, a lot of great pitching, a lot of good defensive plays too. 0-1 now, as a swing there from Josh Lopez will foul it off. 0-2. This one chopped toward first. Fielded and steps on the bag there for out number 2.
The next batter for Boston, number 15, Kyle Boudris.
This is the DH, Kyle Boudris. One and 0 now. Boudris will take that as it misses. 2-0. Tellier's 2-0. Boudris chops at it foul. 2-1. Chop back again by Boudris. 2-2. Boudris hits this one hard out to right. Going back still is the right fielder, Wood. And he makes the grab to end the inning. Had a ways to go, and that one carried. But in the end, Chris Wood gets the job done. We've played 8 innings. 1-1 between the Corsairs and the Beacons. It's the second baseman, John Candiales, to lead off for the Corsairs. Both teams putting up 1 run in the 5th inning as Bobby Tramadozzi out to do the job for the Beacons. The winner of this one will take on the winner of the night game between Rhode Island College and Eastern Connecticut. whereas the loser will take on Castleton in an elimination game tomorrow at noon. Tramandosi ahead 0-2 here. Steps in and deals. Swing and a miss. Oh, chopped foul. As staying alive there is Candiales. It's DiSarcina, the one-hitter for Dartmouth up next. Tramandosi deals as that one chopped to the outfield, and Riley chasing it down just a couple steps out of his range. Ball and 2 strikes now. Tramandosi deals. That's outside, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. That one runs inside on Candiales. A full count to the Corsairs' second baseman. This one really coming down to it, as both teams would love to beat a rival to start off their tournament run. Payoff pitch is in there for a called strike, and Candiales down looking.
Now batting for Dartmouth, number 5, J.R. DiSarcina.
And this is the shortstop, J.R. DiSarcina. Has reached base all 4 times today for the Corsairs. First pitch to JR is in there for a called strike. That one in there as well, an 0-2 to DiSarcina. Tramandosi deals. And swing and a miss. This one down on the ground. They'll throw down to first. And they'll get DiSarcina by a step. 2 outs in the 9th here for Chris Wood. Made a nice running grab out in deep right earlier in this one. 0 for 3 so far today at the plate. Tramandosi likes what he sees and will fire a first pitch. This one popped up. Could stay in, maybe not, as it drifts over, and making the grab is Eddie Riley at the fence for out number 3. Top 9 is complete. Boston will go to bat in the bottom half of the 9th inning. It's a 1-1 game here at Ed Flaherty Field. Back here for the bottom of the 9th inning. A 1-1 game here between the Corsairs of UMass Dartmouth and the Beacons of UMass Boston. Nate Tellier out to pitch the 9th as this one chopped foul by Nick Catraro. Nothing in one as that one ripped foul. It's an 0-2 count here. Pitch from Tellier. Check swing there, and not going around was Catraro, as it's 1-2. That one fouled off as well. Two balls, two strikes here. Bit of a shift, a big hole in right center. As that one on the outside corner, just off the mark. Full count now. And Catraro fouls that off. We'll do it again at 3-2. The 3-2. Swing and a miss. Catraro down on strikes for out number 1.
Now batting for Boston, number 3, Eddie O'Reilly.
And now it's the third baseman, Riley. First pitch is low and out, 1-0. Two and 0 now as Riley looks both of those away. The 2-0 from Tellier. Swing and a miss there from Riley. A big swing at that, 2-1. Center fielder Danny Brown in the on-deck circle here for the Beacons. A single swing of the bat could end it, as this one is popped up into left center. Running after it and making the grab is the left fielder Vartanian.
Now batting, number 7, Danny Brown.
So 2 outs here in the bottom of the 9th. It's the center fielder Danny Brown. Neither team really giving an inch here as this one grounded to first. Held on to by McCormick, and the bag is stepped, or rather Harrington, and the bag is stepped on for the final out of the 9th inning. 1-1 between these two teams. We need extras. Top 10 on the way. 9 innings. 9 innings, not enough for these two teams. As now we're into the top of the 10th. Mike Nell at the bat for the UMass Dartmouth Corsairs. Nell, the go-to guy at the bat for the Dartmouth team this season. A big swing there, 1-1. Ball and a strike as Tramandozzi's still working here for the Beacons. Was brought in the 8th with 2 outs and got the 4 outs needed that a regular outing for him might be, but now is out here to work the 10th and do some more damage if he can, and there he is, striking out Mike Nell for the first out.
Change for the Beacons, the new left fielder, number 23, Danny Palazzo. Next batter for Dartmouth, number 6, Nate Tellier.
Tramandozzi's first pitch swung on and missed by Tellier, who's since moved to the mound from center field. We'll see what the plan going forward for pitching for the Corsairs is, but Tellier looking good. One and one to Nate Tellier. Tramandozzi deals, and that one out and away, 2-1. Two balls and a strike to Tellier, who swings and hits this one high out into left, drifting toward foul territory. Beacon's running it down. Nobody can get a play on it. As Riley, little bump into the left field bullpen fence down there, but 2-2 now to Nate Tellier. As this one's so close, so even the whole way, to the point where both teams even put up their lone run in the 5th inning together. Two-two, as this one grounded toward third, or at short rather, as it's fielded. The throw over is not in time. Tellier safe at first. And now a few members of the Boston dugout are out here, and Tellier absolutely hoofing it to first. Great speed there by number 6 in blue and yellow. And it could just be what the Corsairs needed, a conversation being had here on the line. Not sure if much is going to change. Well, there's Tellier on first, and the Beacons could have something here. This is Jack Harrington. Does have a double today. Other than that, a largely unsuccessful day at the dish. Still, chances here to make it right as Tramandozzi has an out in the inning and steps and fires to the Corsairs' first baseman. This one hit into right. Herzog after it, makes the grab, sliding. Now the throw down to first. And Tellier, I think, is just now finding out that Herzog made the grab, as it's a double play. And Tellier can't believe it himself, and that will do it for the top of the 10th. An odd ending to the inning there, but now the Beacons will go to bat. Still 1-1. Bottom 10 here at Ed Flaherty Field. Base running mishap by Nate Tellier, who now has to come out and pitch the bottom half of the inning against the Beacons. It's Ryan McCormick, the first baseman for the Beacons. Tellier's first pitch in there for a called strike. 0-1 to McCormick. For Tellier, he's going to have to settle down here and not let the mistake bother him, as he's been great so far on the mound. Another good pitch there, just missing it off the, just a tad, 1-1. Another offering from Tellier is swung on into the backstop and makes it all the way back to home plate. 1-2. Tellier's pitch is hit hard down foul toward the USM softball stadium. One and two. McCormick standing in. The pitch swung on and chopped down toward first. Gloved well by Harrington, and the bag stepped on it. McCormick down for the first out.
Now batting for the Beacons, number 11, Anthony Cesare.
And now it's going to be Anthony Cesare to pinch hit. The junior out of Wakefield, Mass, wearing number 11 for the Beacons. Tellier fires a first pitch. Swing and a miss there, 0-1. .288 for Cesare on the year, 8 extra base hits, 19 RBIs for the man pitch hitting right now. As Tellier's 0-1 is in there for a called strike, 0-2. Here's the 0-2, upstairs. It's Charlie Hughey, the shortstop, on deck for the Beacons here. A 1-2 count for Anthony Cesare. Time called as Tellier gathers his thoughts. And we'll go again at 1-2. Swing on this one, chopped foul, running after it. The third baseman now, and he can't make the play on it. Good reaction to get after it, but a bit too far out of the range for the third baseman. Count stays at 1-2. The 1-2 to Cesare. A bit low. Now it's even at 2. This one popped up shallow outfield. Condiales over to make the grab for out number 2.
Now batting for Boston, number 29, Charlie Hughey.
It's the shortstop Hughey now. 1 for 2 on the day. Hugie is Tellier ready to roll. Swing and a miss there for strike 1. Here's the 0-1. That one gets away, and that'll even things up at 1 as Hugie takes. Danger ahead as Boston in the top of the order is on deck. 2 outs, bottom 10. A 1-1 to Hugie. Tellier steps and delivers. Swing and a miss there, 1-2. One, 2 on the way. That one a bit off. 2s across the board. Ball, strikes, and outs for Charlie Hugie. 6 hits for the Corsairs, 3 for the Beacons. There's very little to separate these two teams. This one is going to get away. It'll run the count full. Three and 2. Hugie settling in. Tellier's payoff pitch on the way. And this one hit hard out into right center. It's going far, and it will go all the way up toward the fence. Oh, what a grab there. The right fielder's throw down. And Charlie Hugie, a 2-out double. And a big spot here for UMass Boston. And it's heavy hitter Nick Herzog. For Herzog, so far, not a day he'll look back upon fondly. 0 for 2 so far. Has put himself on base as well with a walk, and now, with a runner on second, a chance to maybe finish things up here. That one off the mark, 1-0. Well, I don't think he'll go after anything. Hugie, 8 for 12 on the base path this season, so does possess that speed. Anything to the outfield here, we might see a play at the plate. (2-0) to Herzog. Popped foul behind everything toward the parking lot, and it's 2-1. Tellier fires a 2-1. Swing and a miss from Herzog. Two balls, 2 strikes. Here's the 2-2 from Nate Tellier. Swing, and this one grounded toward third. Fielded by Knell, and over to first for the out. And the Corsairs out of the 10th inning. There is a runner left on second. We'll need more. 11th on the way, 1-1. Welcome back to Ed Flaherty Field. 11th inning upon us here. Sebastian Pettit with you, as it's been an absolute battle between these two Massachusetts Giants, as number 5 Dartmouth, number 2 Boston battling it out in their LEC tournament opener. Dartmouth, even though they are the 5 seed this season, have wins already this year against both the Beacons and the number 1 Huskies. A 2-0 on the way. This one hit hard out into left. Going back, Vartanian's effort is going to make it all the way up to the wall. Vartanian hustling into second. He's upstanding. And a double with no outs for Pat Vartanian.
There were some defensive changes for the Beacons. The new catcher, number 16, Ryan McCormick. At first base, number 27, Nick Palma.
So a pinch hitter now for the Corsairs. This is going to be number 8, Tucker Heatherman. Heatherman so far this year, 258 on the year, 4 doubles, 13 RBIs for Heatherman, the man out of Webster, Mass. Vartanian, 4 or 5 steps off the bag at second. Tramandosi still in to pitch. Came in the 8th. Has a bunt here. They're going to go for the lead runner. And they have Vartanian and safe at first is Heatherman. Didn't have to run, did Vartanian. Possibly an interesting decision there by the Corsairs left fielder. So now 1 out and a runner on first. And this is the catcher, Mitch Baker. Baker will take strike 1 looking. Tramandosi delivers an 0-1. That one up and in. Ball and a strike to Mitch Baker. Tramandosi delivers, runner goes. That one chopped back foul. Heatherman will have to go back to first. Baker stands in. It's a 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. And that one gets away. They held him up. And that one out of the glove. Heatherman thinking about third. He's going to go for it. And he's in safe there, too. So 2 bases taken by Tucker Heatherman there. And somehow, some way, big number 8 finds himself on third base with 1 out. Two and 2 here to Baker. Swing and a miss, and down on strikes goes the Corsairs catcher. So 2 down for John Condiales. Tremendozzi's first pitch is off the plate for ball one. That one off the mark. 2-0 for Candiales, who's 0 for 4 thus far today. Tremendozzi steps and fires 2-0. Inside, and Candiales will hold off. It's 3-0. If he can get up, it's going to be DiSarcina, who's had a great day as far as this game and the lack of scoring is concerned. A 3-0. Inside, a 4-pitch walk, and it's runners on the corners for J.R. DiSarcina.
Now batting the Corsairs, number 5, J.R. DiSarcina.
So time called, and it looks like we may see some changes being made, or perhaps just a quick meeting. But either way, we'll step aside. Top 11, 1-1, runners in the corners for the Corsairs. Meeting over, and DiSarcina will step in the box. 2 outs, a runner on first, a runner on third for the Corsairs. No scoring since the 5th inning when both teams plated their sole run of this one. Swing and a miss. 0-1 to DiSarcina. Tremendozzi still firing strong. Came into the 8th and will look to finish out this 11th inning. Now an 0-1. That one misses outside. Ball and a strike. Big swing there, and you can tell what DiSarcina was interested in, but nothing there. 1-2. Tremendozzi deals, and that one chopped off, and we'll stay at 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes, runner goes. They pitch out. And perhaps a double steal in mind for the Corsairs, but unsuccessful. But the runner will move to second and third. Boston not falling for the tricks here. 2-2, 2 outs on the inning. Tremendozzi gets his sign and fires. Swinging. That one fouled back, and staying alive is the Corsair shortstop. Here's another 2-2. And this one foul down the first base side. A nice long battle here between Tramandozzi and DiSarcina. Tramandozzi sets, and now time called. Two on the way. Swinging this one, grounded foul down the third base side. Swing and a miss. DiSarcina down on strikes. And that will do it for the top of the 11th inning. As the battle continues. Bottom of the inning on the way. Boston to bat. 1-1. Josh Lopez to get the inning started. Bottom 11, even Steven at 1-1. Lopez thought about it, and he went around 0-1. Some switches in the outfield. Pat Vartan, the left fielder, moves to right. Chris Wood moves to center. And number 7, Nick Andrews, or rather number 8, Heatherman, will move to left. 2-2 now. Two and two, that one chopped foul. The 2-2. This one grounded to short. Fielded by DiSarcina, and the throw over is in time for out number 1.
14, Chris Wood moves to center field. The 24, Pat Vartanian moves to right field. And Tucker Heatherman checks into the game, and he'll play left field. Now batting, number 15, Kyle Boudris.
Here's the DH, Kyle Boudris. Tellier still in, fires, Boudris swings at it, and it's up the middle. Chasing after it and into the outfield it goes. It's a single for Boudris of the Beacons. This is 2 in blue. Ryan Leung.
Number 2, Ryan Leung.
Leung, rather, is 226 for Leung. 3 extra base hits, a half dozen RBI. And with Boudris on first here. In there for a called strike, 0-1. The 0-1 from Tellier. In there for a called strike, 0-2 to Leung. Eddie Riley on deck here. The 0-2. That one fouled off toward the parking lot. And we'll do it again at 0-2. Leung started 10 games, has appeared in 27 for the Beacons. Awaits an 0-2. Swing and fouls it off, same area. Here's the 0-2. And that one just upstairs. One, two. This one hit high into right. And the grab made by Vartanian there.
Now batting, number 3, Eddie Riley.
This is Eddie Riley, the third baseman. Two outs here for Riley, and he looks at strike one. Nothing in one. Tellier fires, and it's in there for a called strike. Oh, 2 to Riley. Swing, and this one popped up. A few steps into the outfield grass. No, now he's lost it. And Eddie Riley aboard it. Second base, it's runners on second and third. It's the center fielder, Danny Brown, now. As Candiales lost it in the sun. Still 2 outs and a way out for Dartmouth. But stepping in here, the center fielder for the Beacons. Tellier will look for a way out here. First pitch. Off the mark, 1-0. 1-0. Swing and a miss there. 1-1 now to Danny Brown. Tellier gets his sign, fires a 1-1. Swung on into the outfield. It's going to drop in across the plate. Goes 15 in blue as Boudris will score the winning run. The hit will go to Danny Brown, and the Beacons take Game 2 of the LEC tournament 2-1 in 11 innings. 7 hits apiece for both these teams in a hotly contested battle between these two Massachusetts squads. But in the end, Boston prevails 2-1. Castleton will take on UMass Dartmouth tomorrow at noontime. And Game 3 tonight will take place between Eastern and Rhode Island College. The 3-4 game. And that'll kick off at 7:25. Sebastian Pettit, glad you could join us here for Game 2. Beacons get the win in 11 innings.